belongs to my empire.
Worry not, Your Majesty. Our nation has supplied Kazuwari with the best architects to have ever graced Deora. The site will be a marvel for the ages.
There will be no debate. This place will be built by Hawana hands and minds, or not at all. I will hear no more of it.
Here and here. Make certain you lay them deep. The floor will inevitably sustain damage, and we can't have someone seeing the conduits.
I can build it however you want, but if they find out, they'll never trust us again. Our Wakaru Kaizo would be doomed.
Hello again, Watcher. I apologize for the strangeness of our meeting place and the brusqueness of our invitation. You stand within the Crucible's heart. As one of the stewards of this place, it pains me to admit that you've caught us in a state of floundering weakness. Besides the seeking face, you mean? I am Axica. I designed the Crucible. I am responsible for it.
Ah, the soul of an ancient animancer. Fantastic.
In his desperate flailing to escape, Wahami smashed the pillar. Now the flow of souls through this place is choked, and the Crucible doomed. But now you're here, and I imagine the gods follow on your heels. That is not ideal. By severing the Crucible's connection to the rest of the Beyond, Wahami has limited Galawain's influence on Kazuwari. I can only imagine that he has sent an agent to reclaim it by force. His beast will drench Kazuwari in blood. But first, he will destroy this statue and all within it, the two of us included. Another reason, Watcher, why you must stop Wahami. That this place also serves as an island of bounty proved an unintended but desirable outcome. You may have noticed that Kazuwari is overrun with beasts of unusual size. Animals touched by Galawain.
Once or twice.
Such creatures were not of this island prior to the Crucible's construction. You could say it was made in your image, in a manner of speaking. Tuamawai was a mythic figure among the ancient Huana, a great three-headed monster, the greatest of all predators. We featured it prominently in our designs here on Kazuwari, in part to appease their overbearing king. Over time, Galawain bent the figure to his purposes. He may have stolen its identity, but in doing so, he granted it a kind of godhood. What do you mean? Ah, yes. I should remember I am speaking to a Watcher. When we conceived of the Crucible, we were on the cusp of several major breakthroughs in our study of the soul and the beyond. The Huana, however, did not share our interests. As a result, much of this place was constructed in secret, away from their attention. That the Crucible's true nature remains hidden to this day, I take a measure of pride in it.
The lie that keeps on killing. What an achievement.
A Watcher can seek souls in the in-between, but more curiously, those souls can see them back. The mechanism within the Crucible attempts to replicate that signaling property, only without a mortal body that is susceptible to death or disease. Every hunter chases Galawain in their own way. Mine was to have Galawain come to me. Do I hear an accusation in your words? To a hunter, or a god of hunting, the term trap is no pejorative. But yes, we designed the Crucible to capture the essence of those who met defeat here, and some of the power of the victorious.
It feeds off the living too?
It does not allow those energies gathered or expelled by the contenders to go to waste. Within the Crucible, today's hunters may learn, firsthand and without coddling, the lessons that slew hunters of the past. No, we were the first set to this task. Always us three. I cannot imagine it any other way. It may not even be possible to leave, but Wahami will try. I fear that your patron has moved beyond reason, but if anyone can command his respect, it is his chosen. Know that he lives up to his role as the slaying face. Be on your guard, Watcher. And good luck.
A champion of the hunt. You make me proud. Prove me right! And now you will set me free.
Hold on. What?
The Lord of the Hunt has the greatest of honors for you. Immortality! For strength and fury will live forever. You will speak for Tawamawai. You will become as a god. It is the honor I was given on my day of greatest victory. It is only fitting that I pass it to you now. You have earned this prize. You have earned eternal life. Take it! I needed the souls of the vanquished to fill this place, to gorge on them and ready myself for the trials to come. But most importantly, I knew the broken pillar would bring you. A lure that would attract only a watcher. You will fix the River of Souls. And we gaze into each other as only watchers can. Until I wear your living hide, and you walk the heavens. When I walk in your body, I will adapt, will be free, will hunt Eora once more!
Is that even possible? Seems a bit early in y'all's courtship for that.
You really ought to keep those kinds of thoughts to yourself, friend.
You will have to kill me first.
Would be easier if you relent. But Tawamawai would not disapprove if we settle this by force. I've always enjoyed an actual challenge. I will best you, will hold you to the ground. Yes, yes, would expect as such. I bash better than I talk. But I will try to answer clearly. So, what is it? Which one? I have seen much. Maybe too much. Am watcher to others, but am also watcher to self. I can see many of my deaths from before Wahami was Wahami. When I was more boy than man, would dream of past lives and past deaths. Of course! course! Greatest slayer must be born among greatest hunting trails. Make peace? Tuamawai teaches all to struggle for better. I will not be denied the thrill of the living chase any longer. Yes, yes. And Watcher has come to an answer? So we must settle this with strength. Tuamawai would have it no other way!
Hang on now. Should probably find out what's going on here before we start throwing our weight around.
What is there to consider? Perhaps you need a moment to grieve? That is understandable. Return when you're done crying and ready to accept fate.
You return. What would you have of me? It is a surprisingly interesting idea. Especially given that you are a Watcher. Theoretically speaking, you bridge the gap between the physical world, the here, and the metaphysical world. Wahami was a Watcher in life. He may know something I do not. Theoretically, though I highly doubt it. Wahami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force. Ultimately, it's less a matter of how he leaves than what he leaves behind. Nature abhors a vacuum. Any attempt to leave one here will tear Wahami apart. If he is to escape, he must leave something in his place, something of significant spiritual puissance. Whatever suffered such a fate, however, would become enslaved by Galawain's will.
Can't say I like the sound of that.
They would lose themselves, subsumed into the role of the faces of the hunt. Wahami will not listen to my words, however. I suspect he will only respect force.
Watcher?
That'll explain why they're all a pain in the ass.
If we share the same soul, that would mean... It would mean any attempt by any one of us to escape is both unlikely to work and likely end in our ruin. Unfortunately, I have little reason to believe Wahami will accept this. The slaying face is nothing if not predictable. There might be some way to appeal to his pride, however. Though we are united in service of Tuamawai, I fear that for the Crucible to survive, this must be done. Perhaps conflict is inevitable, but I beseech you to seek another route. Where would I go? When you're ready, I will be here.
You return. What would you have of me? Of course, we are united by Galawain, but we are each different aspects. It is in our nature to disagree. Perhaps that is the truth. But what of it? What does it matter whether we are 3 minds or 3 souls? A clever theory, but only that. Regardless, you have a problem to deal with, and it isn't me. I resent the implication. I have given lifetimes to Galawain. Why would I surrender the power I have earned?
Huh. There's a saying I heard once came from Adair. Was about, scepters and thrones?
Barbed our scepters and hooked our thrones. We do so love our aphorisms.
That's the one. Pretentious lot, you Adirans.
The Crucible is my brainchild. The finest web a spider could desire. Why would I harm this place? Believe what you will. I deny it. If conflict is the only recourse you understand, so be it.
The Watcher returns. Is he ready to accept his fate? So we must settle this with strength. Tuamawai would have it no other way!
Hang on now. Should probably find out what's going on here before we start throwing our weight around.
A test of might is what Tuamawai would want.
We have become fractured, turned upon ourselves. Still, I am thankful for your intervention, albeit deeply ashamed of our conflict. I will not flee from the duty of maintaining this sacred place. The Crucible Games shall be as eternal as the seasons and the oceans, and each year, the pool of memories will grow deeper with stories of battle.
Great. Glad to see we all learned something here.
All that remains is for the flow of souls to be restored with the Tooth of Tuamawai. With that done, you should be able to leave this place. Live well, champion of the hunt.
Where did that come from?
Wouldn't believe us if we told you.
A question for later. What matters is that you're back, and just in time.
Still here and happy to see you.
She's outside.
What in the name of Margaret's flaming underthings is going on out there?
A huge reptile erupted from the inland sea. It attacks the Crucible. Humaire fights it, but without your aid, I fear she'll feed it instead. Kazuari needs you, champion. Go, save her!
Shota?
You trespass on sacred sword!
The beast's breath rolls over you in a fetid wave, the stench of rotting fish nearly overpowering. A light sparks in its beady eyes, and the shouting from the stands fades away to nothing, replaced by the guttural rumble of Galawain's displeasure.
This is my temple, my island, my security against Aethys's madness! My connection to the island is returned, yet it is not as it was. What happened in the beyond? What did you do? Weave your tale now, while you have a tongue still to tell it. I must admit, I'm surprised. You are known among the gods as a willful and contrary creature. I only regret that a scavenger like you stole my kills before I had the chance to crush them in my own claws. By your actions, the Crucible's trial will persevere through many seasons to come. Those who fail their trials and give their lives to the arena will remain a part of it, as it should be. Nothing. He has his hunt, and I have mine. His constant, pointless adventures in the mortal world are none of my concern. I said I admired his nerve. We believed he intended to rejoin the Pantheon, not tear it to pieces. I will hibernate and let the other gods squabble in my absence. Whom would I help, Watcher? The Kith, grown soft and forgetful of struggle? Or the gods, for whom struggle is meaningless, and tedious argument second nature? None of them deserve my aid. You stand before me now. Me, Galawain, a god. And this is what you ask? The Crucible is a hoard of essence for me to draw from, a safeguard against the rash and foolish decisions of the other gods. It's mine. Yes, I lure appropriate souls, souls bound for me, to this place. I keep them, protect them, nurture them, and if the time comes, I will reap them. Is the spider repulsive for snaring the fly? Is the bear for gorging itself ahead of a barren winter? Enough questions. Will you fight like a predator, or cower like prey? Pray to your favored god, Herald of Bereth, for your death is near at hand. I am not beholden to the god of death.
Like shuttered lamplight, the glow of Galawain's presence leaves the beast's eyes. Dark encroaches at the edge of your vision, until all you can see is a pinprick of light swimming in the emptiness of the beyond. Suddenly, the light blooms, and its force shoves you back into your body. The beast collapses into a heap of blood and scales. The massive creature expires with a tired hiss, and you sense the familiar phenomenon of a soul departing a body. Only the energies involved are of a size and scale that threatens to overwhelm you. The essence rages around you as if desperate for direction. You can provide it. Tendrils of soul energy twist off in branching tributaries, flowing toward the massive statue, into the waters of the arena, and out toward the dense jungle.
It's over then? The souls have been quieted?
Understatement of the fucking year.
That explains much, doesn't it? Thank you for calming their turmoil.
I'll remember what you did, even in my next life. Promise.
Now we live, we seek, and we slay. We survive.
Welcome back. I hope I can be of service, friend. Gallarde, You are most blessed. If I might ask, what did you learn from them? Incredible. I always suspected something of the sort. The gods are too great to suffer rivals. Your performance during the final battle impressed many, the faces of the hunt included. If you would hunt more artifacts, all would enjoy seeing you again in the arena. The seeking face whispered of a tapestry, stolen on the seas, now hanging in a shop on the water. Filch it from the filcher, and the spider shall be pleased. The slaying face growled of a statue, that of a great tracker, defaced. Hunt the hunter's crown in a ruined Huana city, long flooded and overgrown. The surviving face respects even the survival of a wounded god. Though she burned, the exiled queen persisted. Retrieve a part of her from a seat of her power. You now know, as I know.
Watcher, hey. That obvious, huh? Damn ciphers. Not even the inside of a man's head's sacred to you. Guess I can't fault you for trusting the evidence of your eyes. Thing is, I didn't think we'd make it. First through the Crucible, then out through the other side of the Beyond. But here we are, in spite of gods and a god's damn giant crocodile. Living. No, don't take it the wrong way. Didn't mean that. Just didn't think about what would come after. What I'd need to do. Eat crow, more like. Go home. I told Rosa we'd be better off cutting our losses, leaving Kazuwari while we still had our lives. Then I came back here without her and won the damn thing. With your help, obviously. Now I've got some fame and a little bit of coin to show for it. Enough coin to set my paw up right. Just like she said I would. And when I find her, I'll have to tell her this whole spectacle was worth it after all. Only she gets none of the glory. None of the glory, and none of Pa's thanks. Things aren't right between them. Never really have been. I think she believed that doing this for him would have helped. But that's not my problem. And it sure as hell isn't yours. Just wanted to tell you, I don't know. You took a chance on an old dwarf in a brothel, and you didn't have to. So, thanks.
Once repaired, the Adra at the primal island of Kazuwari again pulses with the flow of soul essence between the here and the beyond. The feral life on the island flourishes. The jungles and veld growing ever wilder and resistant to settlement and exploration alike. The faces of the hunt continue to rule the Crucible and Galawain's, or rather, Tawamawai's name. The trials summoned by the statue grow deadlier with each season, until only those rare few willing to brave the gravest of dangers seek out the bloody ordeals of Kazuwari. Like the other souls following in your wake, Muatu eventually yearns to move on to the Beyond and the Wheel. Stymied by Aethys' actions, however, he settles on returning to Kazuwari, where he joins the choir of souls that echo throughout the Crucible.